Vale, perfecto. Muy buenos días a todos y a todas. Estamos felices de tenerlos aquí esta mañana para un evento muy especial que tenemos con ustedes. Hemos invitado a dos representantes de ESC Clermont Business School de Francia para contarles más detalles sobre un nuevo destino que forma parte de nuestros International Study Seminars, que también se conocen como ISS. Este seminario es ofrecido por ESC Clermont y se llama Desafíos para Finanzas Sostenibles o Challenges for Sustainable Finance. Les recordamos que este programa se imparte 100% en inglés, por lo que esta charla será en inglés. Así que luego de esta breve introducción vamos a cambiar a inglés para interactuar con los invitados y para ver la presentación. Además, les cuento que esta charla está siendo grabada para compartirla con ustedes más adelante. So, from now on, we're switching to English so that we can interact with the speakers from ESC Clermont, Audrey and Eve. So thank you for understanding. And I leave you, Audrey and Eve, to introduce yourselves, please, and then you can start with the presentation. Thank you.
So thank you very much for giving us this opportunity of presenting ESC Clermont. So my name is Audrey Esteve. I'm the head of the International Relations Office at ESC Clermont Business School, and I work in the school for like 13 years now. So I'm a good expert about the school, and I can definitely say that we are also that we have this program especially made for students from Penn, but that we also in the past received a lot of different groups and a lot of international students coming from all around the world at ESC Clermont. Before I start with the global presentation of the school, I would also like to introduce my colleague, Dr. Yves Ranou, who is joining the session with me today, and I will let you introduce yourself, Yves, please.
Thank you, Audrey, for giving me the opportunity to discuss about the program that we propose at Clermont. Yves Ranou, I'm professor of finance at ESC Clermont since 2016. And I am also the head of the master second year financial engineering and sustainable finance, a program of about 200 hours specific to sustainable finance teaching. Okay, it's a great pleasure to be here and to discuss about the program that we propose at ESC Clermont.
Okay, so as Dr. Ranou said, this program is the main objective of this program is to show you a bit of what we propose as a specialization in financial engineering and sustainable finance. So the name of this program is Challenges for Sustainable Finance. And before we start with the details about the program itself, I will just talk a bit about ESC Clermont in global. And I will share my presentation. Yeah, okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, some words about ESC Clermont. So we are a business school offering both undergraduate and graduate programs in management and business. We are not a big university, we are just a business school, private business school. Our school has been founded in 1919, so it means that we are what we call the old lady. We have recently celebrated our 100th anniversary. We have about 2,000 students, and we have 3 international accreditations. So the first one is the ASCSP, which is an accreditation on the school level, and we have 2 of our programs who are accredited as well. Our Bachelor in International Management program is accredited by the EFMD, and our Master in Management is accredited by the AMBA Association. As I mentioned earlier, we are definitely an international school because we have 35% of international students in our premises. And this year, those students represent a little bit more than 60 different nationalities. We are very proud of this diversity among our school because we do consider that it's a real value to be able to propose our students a multicultural to work and to evolve in a multicultural context while we are located in a medium-sized city in France. Our school is also a member of the Conférence des Grandes Écoles, which is the group of the best business and engineering schools of France. We have a network of 13,000 alumni in more than 100 different countries, and among those students, among those alumni, sorry, of course, we do have alumni currently located in Chile. We have more than 120 international partners, and we can definitely say also that we have a long-standing relationship with FEN. I don't really remember the year when we signed our first agreement, but I'm quite sure that it was more than 15 years ago. So yeah, I already mentioned a bit of about our school. What I wanted to say also is that our programs are recognized by, of course, the French Ministry of Higher Education, and our Master in Management program is regularly ranked in the FT and QS rankings. The program that we propose as part of this study tour with your university is included in the Master in Management program in our school. So some words about our geographical situation, because I'm not too sure whether you know where Clermont-Ferrand is located. So as you can see on the map, Clermont-Ferrand is right in the middle of France, which is, we definitely think that this central position is a plus, because it means that while you are in Clermont, you can easily reach the major cities of France, Paris, Marseille, or Lyon. Paris is about 3 hours and 30 minutes by train from Clermont. Marseille in the south is about 4 hours, and Lyon, which is the nearest big city from Clermont, is only 1 hour and a half drive away from Clermont. The main advantage also of our school is that of our city as well is that we are one of the cities with the most affordable cost of living for students, and we are regularly ranked among the best student cities in France. We have about 15% of students in our region. So the population, as you can see, is not massive. We have about 300,000 inhabitants and 15% of students. We have an active student population. As I already mentioned, we are one of the leading student cities in France. We are easily accessible because we have an airport, and I also mentioned this, but you can also go to Clermont using the train. We have an active student population, and I would also like to say that we have an active international students population because we have about 5,500 international students in our city, not only in our school, of course, but in all the different schools and the main university, sorry. We do have a very affordable cost of living and a high quality of life. As you can see on the pictures, we are surrounded by mountains. We are located in a unique natural region, which is recognized among the UNESCO World Heritage List. We are also a dynamic and culturally diverse city. We are renowned for sport, especially rugby and soccer. And something that you probably know about Clermont is that we do have the headquarters of Michelin, and the Michelin company really participated to the dynamism and development of our city. So before I give the word to my colleague, Mr. Ranou, I just wanted to give you some information about the program, and then Dr. Ranou will go into will talk about the details and the content of the program in a more detailed way. So this program has been made especially for students from FEN. The dates will be from 21st to 28th September 2024. The activities will be run from Sunday to Friday. We have decided to start the program on a Sunday so that you will have an introduction about the city, about the school, and to know each other before we start with the program and with the teaching. There will be 21 hours of teaching. The program will be entirely taught in English. We will propose you to have company visits. We will include 3 company visits, 1 farewell dinner with certificates awarding, and of course, as I already mentioned, a full day excursion so that you will know more about our region as well. So for the accommodation, we have a partnership with this Hotel Eclos located in Clermont, which is very close to the train station. We do think that it's a great value because there's a good quality price ratio. It's really close to the school. It's only 15 minutes walk from the school, but it's also possible to use the public transportation to reach the school. This residence is quite new and its design. It's possible to have twin rooms or individual rooms. It's up to you. The breakfast is included, and yeah, we are used to propose our groups of students to stay in this accommodation, and they are always very satisfied with the service proposed. But of course, this is something that really identify our school, is that we are human-centric and that we are really close to our students and to the needs. So every choices that we have made and in this framework of this program can be, of course, adjusted and discussed with the students so that it will really reply to your expectations and to your needs. So now I will let my colleague, Mr. Ranu, talk about the program, its objectives, and the details of the teaching. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Audrey, for your presentation. As Audrey told you, I propose you to go more in depth in the program that we propose. So first of all, sustainable finance, if I have to define this word, is a translation of ESG factors in both investment and financing decision. So what are ESG factors? Environmental, societal, and governance. So the idea is to integrate those factors into the process of decision making for investing and for financing projects as well as corporates. So this ESG trend is really important, especially in Europe, where almost 2/3 of financial flows are actually directed to ESG investment. So especially in Europe, there is a tendency of investing in respecting both the financial return and the ESG impact. So this program propose a global overview of ESG challenges for corporates and for investors, as well as the methods that practitioners can use for taking these ESG factors into account when investing or financing. Audrey?
Yeah.
Just jump to the next
yeah.
slide. Yeah, okay. So the program that we propose here is a synthesis of the program that we have in the master second year. Okay, it begins with an overview of the SRE market. What is the SRE market? It is just like ESG. SRE means social responsible investment market. And SRE market plus extra financial analysis gives you ESG analysis. Okay, so the idea is to, with this course, is just to introduce the development of the SRE market in Europe, but all over the world, and see what are the different methods that have been developed related to SRE on ESG market. Okay, so after this introduction, okay, we propose you to go more in depth the different challenge of ESG. So we propose to start with governance challenge, which imply different topics like board diversity, parity in the boards, so different topics related to governance that have a huge impact on sustainability decision done by corporates and by investors. Okay, so this 3 hours of class includes some concepts introduced, but also some examples, some case study of corporates where governance issue should be commented. Okay. Next, we propose you to go more in depth the S challenge, so social and societal challenges. Those challenges, okay, are also various. Okay, so in order to have an analysis of this societal challenge, we need first to cover the full spectrum of activities related to social and societal issues. Okay, it could be just education. It could be also the health of employees. Okay, so different challenge that could be connected into the S challenge. So probably you will know those challenge, but the idea is to take into account your experience as MBA students to see, okay, how you could be interested in those societal challenges, to perform an analysis of those challenges and then find solution to improve and to solve societal challenges. Okay. So those social and societal challenges, because they have been very various, we propose 6 hours. Okay, and then we finished by the E, which is a more quantitative based challenge, because environment includes both carbon emission, okay, so the reduction of carbon emission, okay, which is measured by ton per CO2, for instance. Okay, it could also be measured as a carbon intensity, which is, or carbon footprint, which is the level of carbon emission divided by the turnover sales, okay, of the corporates. But environment is also the expense in R&D and green R&D. Environment and climate is also biodiversity. Okay, how we can measure biodiversity? It is totally different from measuring carbon emission. You probably know. Okay, so there are 6 hours of class for those environmental challenge that are more likely to be quantitative based. Okay, so the idea is for those classes related to challenge is first to discover all challenge related to E, S, and G. Second, illustrate whose challenge in case studies, in case studies related to corporates, and especially European corporates. And then third, find a solution when the challenge is measured to reduce the influence of these issues for the company. Okay, so 3 steps. First, discover, okay, the challenge, measure the challenge, the issue, and then third, find the solution. Okay. And finally, there is 3 hours remaining for ESG controversies on legal issues. So legal issues is for ESG violation, okay? And what are controversies? Controversies is the fact that a company could have a good ESG rating, okay? Very compliant with ESG issue, but it could arise an issue, a big issue, which is problematic for the company, which undermines the integrity of the company, the brand of the company, due to a non-respect of ESG challenge. Okay, it could be, for instance, for some fashion company, the non-respect of human rights. Okay, we have seen that there are some companies in China that have been accused of non-respecting human rights. So this is an ESG controversies because the companies, especially the American companies or the fast fashion companies, have obtained a good ESG ratings, which measure the efficiency of a company to tackle ESG challenge. But in addition to this ESG ratings, we have an ESG controversies which could arise and destroy, okay, or undermine the integrity of ESG, a good ESG rating from the company. And when controversies are could be a sanction, okay, we talk about ESG violation, which lead to a legal issue. Okay, so this is an introduction to the ESG analysis, by definition, which is the foundation of sustainable finance. As Audrey told you, okay, it is just a first proposal, okay? So we are very flexible in terms of objectives that you want to have, and in terms of content, also we are very we could be very reactive, okay, by proposing more advanced courses such as extra financial analysis, ESG reporting, ESG investing, ESG portfolio management, okay, which are clearly courses that belong to the track that I introduced you before, the major financial engineering and sustainable finance that I had. Okay, So it's just an overview, okay, of ESG challenges that we propose to you. But like I said, we are very flexible. We are very open.
Okay, thank you, Yves. Some words also about the company visits, and what you said is actually a very good way to move to the company visits, because as for the company visits, it's all the same. We are also flexible, and we are also considering proposing some other company visits that can be more say related to the subject and to the studies that you would have, to the teaching that you would have. We are used to have professors coming from the corporate world as well, so this would be also a good opportunity for you to talk with course. Yeah, for the company visits, of course, the first one that we have selected is Michelin, because yes, as I already mentioned, Michelin really participated to the dynamism and the evolution of our city. Then we have decided to propose a visit to IKEA, which is a furniture store, and Fuji Electric. Can you hear me still?
Audrey, you're back.
Oh, okay.
We lost you for 10 seconds, I think. Kevin, ¿tú me puedes escuchar?
Flexible as well.
Kevin, disculpa, Kevin,
Very-
Pablo, ¿ustedes nos escuchan?
Escucho perfecto.
Vale, súper, súper, gracias.
You can hear
Audrey,
me? Yeah.
yes, I think you're having some connectivity problems, but you're back. You're back.
Oh, okay. And do you remember what I said?
Yes,
Before the yeah, okay.
you're talking about the company visits, and we lost you at the third one, Fuji. Démosle un segundo, yo creo que están teniendo problemas de conectividad en la universidad. Veamos si es que se pueden conectar de vuelta, ¿vale?
Ahora,
Vale.
Which is in this energy sector. I'm not sure that you can hear me.
Yes,
And
yes, we can hear you, but you get cut off quite often. So I'm guessing that maybe it's a connectivity problem from your side, maybe. Le voy a sugerir si es que se puede conectar o compartir internet desde su celular. A ver si es que funciona, ¿vale? Audrey?
Hello?
Audrey, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I think that I had some troubles with the connection, but now it should be okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
so
thank you.
I was just mentioning that we are also considering proposing some other company visits, and probably with the help of the practitioners who will be included in the program. You cannot see my screen. Okay, no, you can see it. Yeah,
we
okay.
can. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then as for the cultural visits, I just said that what defines our region and our city is the unique natural region where we are located. We are actually located in the biggest national park of France. And we would like to give you the opportunity of exploring this unique natural region, which is listed among the best, among the UNESCO World Heritage, by climbing on the top of the highest mountain, which is called Puy de Dôme. Then to see the volcano, which is still alive. It's not active, but it's still alive. And of course, to have a better view of what is Clermont-Ferrand, with all the architecture really typical to our city, because as we are surrounded by mountains and volcanoes, we do have a lot of construction which are black, like the cathedral that you can see on my presentation. And it's actually made with volcano stone. So it's really also something typical from our region and city. So I think that we talked a bit too much. I hope that at least it replied to a lot of your questions already. Just to give you some our contact. So I'm Audrey. I'm more related to all the administrative steps around this program, and we have Mr. Ranu, who is definitely your main academic contact for the program. I don't remember whether I answered to all the questions you gave me, Pablo. I've probably most of them, and I can see that some students also joined us. So if you have questions, we'll be happy to reply to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. Yes, I think you answered pretty much all the questions I had. So let's see if Kevin, Pablo, or Carlo has any questions, okay? Carlo, Kevin, Pablo, ¿tienen alguna pregunta? Do you guys have any question?
Not for the moment. Thank you very much.
No por mi parte. Gracias.
Vale. Well, I think I have maybe two more questions that you, Audrey and Eve, can help us with, please. So some of it, as I mentioned before, some students emailed me some of the questions that they wanted to ask you, but they couldn't join us live today. So one of them is, are there any prerequisites or specific knowledge that students should have to join this program?
I think that I can answer your question. Thank you for this question, Pablo. The idea of this program is an introduction. So by definition, there is no prerequisite. But as I mentioned to you, we are pretty flexible due to the fact that it is a part of a master program. Okay, we can go in more depth, in more advanced courses, for which naturally prerequisites in finance could be the welcome. So it depends if we focus on this program. My answer is clearly no. And if we go in more advanced courses, such as ESG investing on portfolio management, ESG investing via private equity, ESG reporting, okay, my answer will be more nuanced because prerequisites in finance and perhaps in accounting should be appreciated. Okay, so for the current program, no, and for more advanced courses, if we decide to move in more advanced towards more advanced courses, it would be preferable.
Okay, great, thank you. And Eve, can you tell us a little bit more about the teaching methodologies that you will be using during the classes?
Very good question. I think that the idea is because you are a small group, okay, the idea is to work in project groups, okay. First of all, we need to introduce concepts, okay, by giving you some illustration of the concepts, and then we work on a global project, okay, for the whole 21 hours, okay. And for each classes, okay, the group has to answer one question, okay, or one issue related to the projects, okay. And finally, the idea is to have a global defense of the group that terminates the program. Okay.
Okay, great, thank you. And I have two more questions, please. One has to do with traveling. Audrey mentioned that we can catch a train from Paris to Clermont-Ferrand, and it shouldn't be difficult. But I don't remember if you mentioned how long the trip takes, and if you know how much that is approximately, please.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to reach Clermont from Paris, you have two options. So the first one, yes, is to take the train. It takes about a little bit less than 4 hours. And as for the price, it's really hard to say because it depends on when you do the booking. And yeah, to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure on how much it can be. Probably, I would say around 25 euros if you take it much in advance. Otherwise, yes, you can also reach Clermont by plane, because we do have a local airport. It only takes 1 hour from Paris to Clermont. It's really fast, but of course it's more expensive. There are also various options with the bus. I don't really, recommend those options because it takes very long compared to, the real distance. But yeah, it's really easily accessible, I would say. The train is not fast. The train is not that fast. The reason is because, as I mentioned several times, as we are surrounded by mountains, it's not possible to build the highest way. However, yes, the train does exist, and it only takes a little bit less than 4 hours. And I think that you're stuck, so probably that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
I'm always confused.
Yes. Thank you. And I think we have only one final question. So this program is going to be offered to MBA students, but also to other master programs. So for example, right now, I see that we have some students from our master in finance that are considering also this trip. And our students, most of them work, and they work in different areas. They work in the mining industry, they work in banks, they work in educational institutions. So as you can see, it's a very different background, right? So taking that into consideration, who do you think this program would be a perfect fit, like to develop the skills that you mentioned, and why do you think they should take this program?
It's a good question, Pablo. Naturally, it's a course that we propose first. We first propose to master students. Okay, this program, okay, has gained the label of has gained the award, also the label of Institut de Finance Durable, which is the French agency for sustainable finance promotion. Okay, so it is well recognized. Okay, in France there are only 7 business schools that hold this label. Okay, so in addition to the label, we have a specific partnership with Institut de Finance Durable, who give us just the list of all competencies that we need, that the students need to have to acquire. Okay, so clearly it is not an undergraduate program or a postgraduate program like others. Okay, it is a very practitioner-based program. It is my first argument, if I can summarize. My second argument, okay, I would say that this program is not only offered to master students, it is also offered to executive MBA students that we have in the school. Okay, there are a few students, okay, 5-6 students every year that follow this program in order to complete their MBA program. Okay, so it is another reason for which I think that this program is well adapted to your MBA students. Due to the recruitment of these MBA students, okay, teachers and professors are obliged just to integrate the fact that students have very diverse backgrounds, and they need to adapt to those backgrounds which are different. And finally, most the professors that intervene in this program are almost 70% of those professors are practitioners. Okay, so practitioners are very practice-based. Okay, they are not. It is not a conceptual course that we offered. Okay, it is a very practitioner-based. Okay, due to the fact that okay, we need to conform to Institut de Finance Durable requirements, and due to the fact that most professors are professionals of sustainable finance.
Okay, thank you so much, Yves. So I think that pretty much rounds it all up. So if our students don't have any other questions at the moment, then I think we could give a closure to this meeting. So one final time to ask any questions. No questions from Pablo, Carlo, Kevin? No?
Thank you very much for all the information.
And
That's it.
Perhaps a final word for you is okay. We will be very pleased to welcome you, as Audrey told you. But if we need to move to more advanced courses in sustainable finance, okay, we are pretty ready just to offer you an alternative. Okay. Please feel free to ask us, okay, for a program which we can co-construct, we can co-build due to the different courses that belong to the Master of Financial Engineering and Sustainable Finance that we have.
Thank you, Yves. Thank you for the flexibility. So thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Yves. And thank you to the FEN students who joined us for this session live. And well, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll see each other soon again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.